Welcome into Miami Dolphins today. I am your host, RC Maxfield, and we are presented by Magic Spoon for the best tasting cereal that's good for you. Magic Spoon is the only decision and option on the market. Head over to magicspoon.com/Dolphins to save $5 off your first order of Magic Spoon. A little more on them later in the show, but you know what the hell this video is going to be about. Come on now, son. Deshaun Watson. Serious negotiations have been reported between the Dolphins and the Texans. He still has 22 civil suits open against him. Not great, Bob. Not great at all. What could a possible trade look like for Deshaun Watson when it's all said and done? We've got a lot to discuss on today's show because, well, let's face it. It's serious now. Like, we're not talking about just throwing up against the fan, if you know what I'm saying, and hopefully, something doesn't come through to the other side. We want stuff to stick here because we are talking about serious negotiations for Deshaun Watson and the Miami Dolphins. But first, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, a.k.a. the numbers here. If Deshaun Watson is traded, this is what his cap hit would look like through 2025. Starting this season, it would just be $10.54 million. And now it escalates pretty quickly after that. 35, then 37, and you get a little bit of a discount in 2024 and 2025 at $32 million. But damn it, let's be honest. We know why you're watching this video. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, shall we? I mean, Deshaun Watson could be a Miami Dolphin and just change the trajectory of this franchise for a long time. And I'm not saying this is a good or a bad thing. I think there is a scenario here where shit hits the fan. I'll go ahead and say it this time. Like, shit could hit the fan with Deshaun Watson. But it's fun to talk about because Miami has not had a quarterback of his stature since Dan the Man. So let's get right into 3 blockbuster deals that could happen between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Starting with the first one, it's just picks, okay? So there's been a little bit of speculation on exactly what the Texans would want for Deshaun Watson, right? And when it comes down to it, I'm not sure anybody knows other than the Texans what their deal is in terms of how many picks it would take in the first round, the second round, third, whatever it may be. But this is the rumor that we have heard in terms of picks for Deshaun Watson and strictly picks, all right? First blockbuster. Deshaun Watson goes to Miami, 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and 2 third-round picks. Head down to H-Town for the quarterback that has some issues. Let's just say that. 22 civil lawsuits. I'm not saying that's ideal, Bob. Not at all. But being honest about it, I mean, this has been the trade that has been rumored for weeks, right? I mean, we've talked about it on previous shows, and this is a blockbuster in its own right. There's multiple people within the Houston beat writing community that cover the Texans that have come out and said, this is probably what it would take if we're just strictly talking about picks. Now, do I think it will end up just being picks? Hell no. I think there's going to be a player or two involved in this, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But I am curious to see if that 3 first-round picks sticks. Oh, man, this better work out if you're the Miami Dolphins. But what you think? Will the Dolphins trade for Watson? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I've asked y'all this question in the past, but now we're talking about serious negotiations. Everything has completely changed when it comes down to Deshaun Watson, right? Simple and plain, it has. It has changed where this could happen by the NFL trade deadline, something that as Dolphins fans and people that cover the team didn't think was going to happen. But now Chris Grier is on his horse, and he is trying to go get that franchise quarterback that Miami fans have been coveting since Dan the Man left. And you know what I'm coveting right now? It's a Magic Spoon. I'm just being honest about it. I'm hungry. It's like 6 p.m. when we're recording this. I need a bowl of Magic Spoon. Producer Jeremy, can we get a bowl of Magic Spoon? No, we can't. Okay, we don't have any milk left here, so that's fine. And I'm not one of those weird people that eat it with water. Okay, even though Magic Spoon would be delicious with water. Go to magicspoon.com/Dolphins to get $5 off your first order of Magic Spoon. Why do I love Magic Spoon? It's high in protein, low carbs, but the best part about it, it's sweet and delicious, and really when it comes down to it, it feels like I'm eating a childlike cereal, right? But it has all the benefits of being protein packed, and it doesn't make me feel like crap after I eat it like those childlike cereals do. Again, magicspoon.com/Dolphins and get $5 off your first order of Magic Spoon. My favorite flavor, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm in love with the Cocoa. It's one of my favorite rap songs from like 2010, and it's also my favorite flavor of Magic Spoon. I'm sure it will be your favorite flavor as well. And don't forget about the peanut butter. Look at this. 14 grams of protein. Who's doing that? 0 grams of sugar? Producer Jeremy, is that right? It's right. Wow, he's confirming it. That's incredible stuff right there by Magic Spoon. You need to get some of your own Magic Spoon over at magicspoon.com/Dolphins and save $5 while you're doing it. Texans and Dolphins, players involved this time, and I can already hear the comments, and we haven't even posted the damn video yet. Y'all are going to call me insane. But hey, there's only one first-round pick involved in this. Positives. Look at this trade as I duck away and run for the hills here because there's one player on there that I know y'all do not want any part of leaving the Dolphins organization. And no, it's not Liam Eichenberg. No, it's not Tua. I had to do it, Dolphins fans. I put Jalen Phillips in this trade. And the reason I did is because I think Liam Eichenberg is good. And the Texans want young players that can play right away. Obviously, we know Tua could be involved in this trade, even though the Texans have said they might not want Tua. But I think Jalen Phillips could be highly coveted, and that first-round pick from this year would change the game, and it might leave the cupboard a little bit bare in terms of young assets on your team. But, hey, you get one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in Deshaun Watson. This is what Jeremy Fowler had to say on Deshaun Watson in terms of where the baseline is for the price on Deshaun Watson. The baseline asking price will include a minimum of 3 first-round picks, at least 1 other high draft pick, and a possible star or ascending players. Now, this is what I did there. It said 3 first-round picks. I gave them that. I did technically give them that. I gave them Tua. I gave them Jalen Phillips, and then I gave them that 49ers pick from this year, and then I gave them an ascending player and Liam Eichenberg. Now, did they get to pick who they wanted with those picks? No. But I do think that the price has gone down for sure, and I also think that this could get it done in the same fact that I think the Houston Texans have solid, capable people in place right now. I say that so hesitantly. I really, really do. But they got rid of Bill O'Brien. At least they did something right with their organization. It's more than can be said for the Miami Dolphins at this point. But when it comes down to it, the price has gone down. I wonder if they just want to get these young assets in the building, maybe get an extra 6 months with them, and not have to worry about hitting or missing on these draft picks, and they get guys that have proven that, hey, they can play relatively well, and then they don't have to spend their own first-round pick on a quarterback. They have one in place and one that they presumably like in Tua Tagovailoa. But let me know your one-word reaction to this trade idea. I get it. I don't want to trade Jalen Phillips either. I think he's going to be one of the most dominant pass rushers in the NFL. But at the same time, we're talking about a guy in Deshaun Watson where he can change the trajectory of your franchise. And if you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you have nothing. By the way, I'm just saying, we brought you 8 videos this week. No other Dolphins YouTube channel is doing that for free. Hit that big red button. Help us get to 18K. Right before the video, I believe we were 7 away from 18K. Damn it, let's have this take off, and let's get to 19, 20K before week 8. All right? Deshaun Watson news is going to be very relevant, and it is going to be prominent on these shows. I can promise you that. Hit that big red button and stay in the know all season long on your Miami Dolphins, as they might have a new franchise quarterback coming up here in the next couple of days. Oh, the last blockbuster. Oh, man, Jeremy, they're going to hate me for this one, man. They're really going to hate me for this one. A 3-team deal, and you're thinking, why the hell is there a Washington football team logo there? I'm glad you asked. 3-team deal. Let's get this done. All right. Washington receives. Oh, this is not good. Tua Tagovailoa. And I know what you're thinking, RC. How the hell are we only getting a 2nd and a 4th round pick for Tua? Well, I'll say this. I envision this trade to be one of those situations where, similar to Carson Wentz, where if he plays X amount of snaps percentage-wise or has X amount of starts, that could turn into a first-round pick. So it would be a 1st and a 4th, or maybe it turns into a 2nd and a 3rd, however they want to break it down. But I do think Miami gets some picks back. And now notice, the Texans are only getting 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks in this one, and then a 3rd-round pick, and we're getting rid of Austin Jackson. This might just be a pipe dream. I don't know if I'm trying to speak this into existence or not, but hey, you wanted a blockbuster. Damn it, you got one with that one right there. A 3-team deal in the NFL, those do not happen midway through the season, especially with 2 potential franchise quarterbacks involved, right? And here's the deal about this. Deshaun Watson has just been stupid. I mean, look at this stuff. This is ridiculous, historic type numbers to begin a career, 54 career games, 104 TDs, 36 interceptions, and well on his way to 15,000 yards in his first few seasons in the NFL. I mean, this man could change the franchise, right? That's what Miami fans have been hoping for 2 decades now. They've been trying to find that guy. They wanted it to be Ryan Tannehill. That didn't work out. They want it to be Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know if that's going to work out. You know, if Deshaun Watson is on the field, he is a difference maker and will change the trajectory of the Miami Dolphins franchise. And that's something you haven't been able to say about a quarterback in nearly a quarter of a century. If you can do it and figure out a way where these legal issues, you're confident that they will go away, and maybe not all the way, but maybe he has to sit out 4 games or something like that, you do this trade. You do it in a heartbeat because the Miami Dolphins are built to win now. Do not let that 1-5 record fool you. There is a ton of talent on this team. They just need somebody in the driver's seat, a.k.a. the quarterback position, to lead it to the promised land. Now, be honest with me, though. Tua was involved in that deal with the Washington football team right there. Do you want to keep Tua at the quarterback position long term? Like, if this all goes away and Deshaun Watson it doesn't happen trade-wise, would you want Tua Tagovailoa at the QB position long term? Type K for keep, type T for trade. I think for me, I mean, it's so hard at this point because I love what Tua has potential, but those injuries scare the ever-loving hell out of me when it comes down to it. I'm curious to hear what y'all have to say down in the comments below. Let me know with a simple type K for keep, type T for trade. Let's go over those trades one more time. The first blockbuster trade, and be sure to let me know down in the comments what you're thinking on this one. Deshaun Watson for 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, 2 third-round picks. And I'm interested here real quick. I know y'all won't be able to hear him, but Producer Jeremy is a Texans fan. You taking this trade, Producer Jeremy?
Honestly, I am. Because at this point, if you're the Texans, Deshaun Watson doesn't want to play for you. You got to get whatever you can.
Okay, you heard it. Apparently you can hear him. You hear this? This is why he's one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. Speaking of another Texans trade, this one with Deshaun Watson. Man, that's a lot of talent, young talent, too, to send to the Texans, and I'm sure Jeremy would love this one as well. Tua Tagovailoa, Liam Eichenberg. Could you imagine having Laramie Tunsil and then Liam Eichenberg on the other side and then an elite pass rusher and Jalen Phillips? You do this one too, right, Jeremy? Okay. You want rebuild type status stuff. Okay. You want to make your own decisions. Okay. It's interesting. That's a hell of an offer, though. I mean, that's a hell of an offer, though. I mean, you get guys right there in Liam Eichenberg, Jalen Phillips that were drafted in the 1st and 2nd round this season, and a guy in Tua Tagovailoa that, if it wasn't for a hip injury, he would have been the number 1 overall pick. I mean, he did have that injury, and then you still possibly get a top 10 pick from San Francisco because the 49ers are booty cheeks right now. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tua is the linchpin, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, no, this one right here, this is the realistic trade for me because I think when it comes down to it, right, Tua Tagovailoa is not wanted by the Houston Texans. That's fine. I get that. But where there's smoke, there's fire. We've been talking about it for weeks at this point now on the Dolphins Today channel. Like, when there's smoke and fire coming out now on guys like Deshaun Watson going to Miami, Tua's got to end up somewhere because you're not going to have him as a backup. The Texans have repeatedly said they do not want him in a trade. You get 2 first-round picks if you're the Texans, 2 second-round picks, 1 third-round pick, and maybe you get a project in Austin Jackson as well. I think this is appealing for all 3 teams. I don't know if it's going to work out. I mean, the thing is, 3-team deals in the NFL just don't happen midseason, especially with quarterbacks, right? Like, we're talking about franchise-type guys here. Simple and plain. That's what it is. But, hey, I can tell you this right now. This is the place to get your Miami Dolphins info all season long. Nobody else is bringing you blockbuster trade ideas with a Texans fan nonetheless as the producer. Who the hell else is doing? Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that. You need to hit that big red button and subscribe to the best free Miami Dolphins channel on YouTube right here on Miami Dolphins Today.